Let's start with a painful truth. Most Kenyan professionals work harder than ever before, but very few ever become free. They wake up early, sit in traffic for hours, deliver results for global organizations, and earn impressive salaries, 300,000, 500,000, and even a million shillings a month. Yet, despite all that effort, most are stuck in the same cycle. Work, earn, spend, stress, repeat. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. In this video, we are unpacking why most Kenyan professionals work hard but never get financially free, and what you can do differently to step off that treadmill. By the end of the video, you'll understand the two invisible gaps that separate high earners from truly wealthy people. Number one, the mindset gap, how they think about money, time, and growth. And number two, the systems gap, how they organize their finances to build lasting wealth. If you can close these two gaps, you can change your entire financial trajectory, even without earning more. For over 20 years, I've coached thousands of professionals across Kenya, from Safaricom, PwC, Citibank, NGOs, and tech companies, helping them transition from just earning well to building real wealth and financial independence. And almost every single one started exactly where you are, working hard, earning well, but feeling stuck. If you want to learn the practical steps to get free, watch my free video, Stop Living Paycheck to Paycheck with These Money Secrets. The link is in the description below. It's helped hundreds of professionals break free from financial frustration, and it can help you too. If you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell icon so that you don't ever miss a new video. So let's jump into it. When I first started working with professionals, I used to think that financial success was all about income. But over time, I discovered something shocking. Income and wealth are not the same thing. In fact, many of the highest earners I have coached were also the most financially trapped. They had the car, the house, the international school fees, but deep down they were anxious because they knew one missed salary, one job loss, one emergency, and everything could collapse. Why? Because they were missing two things: the right mindset and the right systems. Let's unpack both. Let's start with the mental side. The difference between the high earners and the wealth builders begins here, in how they think about money. For most professionals, financial success is tied to status and income. Every promotion, every raise, every bonus triggers an upgrade. A bigger car, a fancier house, a new phone, more expensive schools, and so on. In the corporate world, this is completely normal and even expected. You get praised for your lifestyle, not your investments. You feel pressure to keep up with colleagues, and slowly your expenses rise to match or exceed your income. That's called lifestyle inflation, and it's the number one killer of wealth among Kenyan professionals today. You look successful, but you're one bad month away from panic. Wealthy people think differently. They understand that freedom, not luxury, is the ultimate goal. They don't ask, how can I spend more? They ask, how can I make my money work harder than I do? When a wealthy investor earns more, they don't inflate their lifestyles. They expand their systems. They automate savings. They buy assets that produce income. They reinvest profits instead of celebrating them. They live below their means, not because they are stingy, but because they are strategic. In short, they think in ratios, not raw numbers. Let me explain. Two people, both earning 500,000 shillings per month. One spends 490,000 and saves 10,000. The other spends 250,000 and invests 250,000. Same income, different future. One will be broke with memories, the other will be free with assets. Here is a deeper layer. For many professionals, money is emotional. They spend to feel successful, to fit in, or to reward themselves for the stress of work. But the wealthy spend to grow, to protect, and multiply what they already have. The high earner motivation is status. The wealthy investor's motivation is freedom. That's the first gap, the mindset gap. You can't build freedom with a consumer's mindset. Now let's talk about systems. Even with the right mindset, you'll stay stuck if your finances have no structure. I've seen countless professionals earning 800,000 shillings a month or more, but living in constant financial confusion. Why? Because their money flows like water through their fingers. No organization, no automation, no accountability. Wealthy people, on the other hand, run their personal finances like a business. Let's look at how. The high earners system, that is the income tunnel. For most professionals, money enters through one tunnel, that is their salary, and exit through multiple leaks: bills, lifestyles, loans, impulse purchases, and other obligations. By the time the month ends, the tunnel is empty. There is no reservoir, no structure, no growth. This is what I call the income tunnel trap. You work harder, you earn more, but your tunnel just widens. Nothing is stored. Now let's look at the wealthy investor system, which is the wealth flow. Wealthy people have what I call wealth flow system, a way to direct money with purpose. Every shilling that enters the system is given a job. Here is a simplified version of that system. Income flow from salary, business, or side hustles. Allocations. You allocate it, for example, 10% giving, 20% long-term investments, 10% emergency funds, 50% needs and lifestyle, 10% learning and growth. You see, it's structured, intentional, and automated. They use tools, not willpower, to stay consistent. Their bank accounts are divided into clear roles: operating account, daily expenses, investment account for wealth building, safety account for emergency funds. No guesswork, no guilt, no surprises. That's how they compound wealth quietly over the years, while others wonder where their money goes. The main wealth rule is this: systems beat discipline. This is one of the most powerful truths that I've learned in 20 years of coaching. You don't rise to the level of your income, you fall to the level of your systems. Discipline fades, emotions fluctuate, but systems protect you from yourself. If you automate your savings, you will save even on bad days. If you allocate your income by design, you'll invest before you spend. The wealthy investor knows that consistency beats effort. Hard work creates income. Systems create wealth. Then there is hidden leverage. That is time. Wealthy people also use time differently. A high earner trades time for money through employment or consultancy. A wealthy investor uses money to buy time through assets that pay even when they're not working. That's why the goal isn't just a higher salary. It's financial independence, having enough income from investments to cover lifestyle. When that happens, you regain control of your most precious resource, that is your time. Now, let's bring this home. In Kenya today, the middle and upper middle class are under more pressure than ever because inflation is rising, the shilling is volatile, housing, school fees, and healthcare costs are skyrocketing. Professionals are earning more on paper, but feeling poorer in practice. Meanwhile, those who have built systems like real estate investors or disciplined savers are quietly gaining ground. It's not luck, it's structure. It's not privilege, it's perspective. Because even in a tough economy, those who plan and invest consistently always end up ahead. So, how do you close these two gaps? The mindset gap and the systems gap to finally become free. Here is a practical roadmap that you can start today. Step number 1 is redefine success. Stop measuring success by what you earn or own. Start measuring it by how long you can sustain your lifestyle if your income stopped today. That's your real financial strength, not the car you drive, but the freedom you have built. Step number 2, build your wealth system. Set up your financial flow so that every shilling has a purpose. Track your money, know where it goes, automate your savings, and pay yourself first. You need to invest intentionally. Aim for income producing assets. Protect your downside by building an emergency fund. You can start simple and start small, but you have to start. And step number 3, shift from consumer to investor. Change your identity. Stop asking, what can I buy with this income? And start asking, what can I build with this income? Every month, channel a portion of your money into assets, whether it's a SACCO, treasury bond, rental unit, or a business that you understand. Your income should fund your freedom, not your image. And step number 4, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Wealth creation is a skill. The professionals who succeed financially are the ones who keep learning about money, real estate, taxation, and investing. Knowledge compounds faster than interest because every financial decision you make, good or bad, multiplies over time. I would love to know, which of these two gaps do you feel holds you back more right now? Is it mindset, how you think about money, or is it systems, how you organize it? Let me know in the comments below, and I will read each and every one of them. So let's recap. Most Kenyan professionals never get free because they fall into two invisible traps. They chase income instead of building systems. They pursue status instead of freedom. But once you close the mindset gap and the systems gap, everything changes. You stop reacting to money and start directing it. You stop working harder and start working smarter. And if you want to learn how to practically apply this step by step, I've created a free training called Stop Living from Paycheck to Paycheck with These Money Secrets. Click the link in the description below to watch it. In that video, I'll show you how to build a system that converts your salary into wealth and also protect yourself from financial shocks, and finally create a path to independence faster than you ever thought possible. You don't need luck, you need a plan, and this training will give you the blueprint. Watch it now and take your first step towards true financial freedom. If this video gave you value, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to hear this message. Because here is the truth. You don't have to keep working harder just to survive. You can build a system that lets your money work for you. Thank you for watching. I'm Manyara Kirago, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll turn your income into freedom.